So boom. We are the champions, my friends. Boom, 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 boom. We are the champions again. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure this is my first show back as a champion. As a real champion, like since we've lifted the title and whatnot, since Arsenal done the parade and it was all the madness, we're back in the stew. The lappy's on the way. That's the first piece protocol. Let me run you through how we're gonna do this, yeah. So obviously, because I told you about before, this light is just bleeding. It's bleeding too much. So what I'm going to do is get some spotlights. So I can slap them above here, slap a couple above here, couple on the wall, different colours. So we're going to start from a blank canvas, a black canvas, switch off all the lights, boom, boom, boom. So at night it'll be a lot sexier. During the day, because I can't really control the lighting fully, because we've got like a little open wound here. So the light will seep through, and I can't control that. I can, but I can't be bothered. I'm not. I've got to do the aesthetics as it is. I might even get a football Thicko neon sign at the back. I'm not sure, but looking at it now, I actually cover it up. So, I mean, ideally, I need to get some. Like, I need to hang some Arsenal shirts on the wall. Really, really and truly, don't I? What's this? The parade was insane. Listen, I was on it the parade for 2 hours. I'm just. I realize I'm getting old, but it was beautiful. It was being there, feeling the vibes. It was different to when we lifted the league. That was, I don't know what that was. That day, I don't know what that day was. It was pure euphoria. Um, the day after the parade, it was euphoria. It was beautiful to gather up with everyone, but there was a hint and a hint of disappointment from the Champions League because it was so fresh. The night of winning the league, I wish I went to the Emirates. I should have gone to the Emirates, and that must have been immense. That was probably the best one. I think they've all been progressively worse, but as in comparing them to themselves. Um, but just the whole thing around it, the whole 3 nights it was more than 3 nights, but it was 3 big nights because it was the whole weeks, the 2 weeks leading up to it. Everyone was celebrating, but those 3 nights, that sensational, absolutely sensational. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Now I wish I immersed myself in it more. In those 3 days, I only done 2 nights, but I wish I'd done the 3 days like properly, like met up with bunch of man. Like I should have met up with Lewis Moore and Matty Moore, and my god brother. We should just all linked up, and it would be an unbelievable night to remember. It was still a great night to remember. I'm never going to forget that. I'm never going to forget Lewis being on the bus, on the train, chanting, going back and forth with Spurs, man. Now that was amazing. We got on set. We went through Seven Sisters in our Arsenal gums, and there was a bag of Spurs, man, on the train, and they're you never said, you never said that. All that was going on. It was sensational, man. Going home was nuts. Listen, that's why I left the parade early. Car, I said to myself, right, it took me an hour and 20 to even get there. So and that's to King's Cross because it was just mad. And I got there 11. So I was like, boom, boy. And then when I got to King's Cross, it took me 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes to get out of King's Cross. And I said, this is crazy. Because I thought I was doing the smart thing by getting off at King's Cross. And then when I got off, even just seeing the sea of Arsenal at King's Cross, it was beautiful. Seeing just getting out of King's Cross and seeing that amount of people, it was ridiculous. Absolutely, every Arsenal top you could think of was there. Every creed, every race, every gender. Well, we got two genders, but like, everything was there. Everything was there, and it was beautiful. It was just yeah. To wait 22 years, I think the pent up frustration and emotion just But I do believe if we had won the Champions League, it would have been carnage. Um, it would have been 2.5 million. If we won the Champions League as well, it would have been. I'll still be there now. We'd still be there now, celebrating. It would have been. It really would have been ridiculous, and there might have been more fights because one, we would have got drunk beyond our imagination. We really got drunk as it was. It was feeling worse for wear. And I don't drink, so 1, 2 drinks. I was like, "Woo, boom, boy, this is something else." I was waved. And yeah, it was just man. It was just, and it was hot as well. That is the other beauty of it as well. It was scorching hot. We had scorching, beautiful weather, which you don't always get in May, and not like. And if you do get sun in May, it's 17 degrees. We was hitting 29, 30s. It was like the. This is why I also thought was going to win the Champions League, is because it was all written. Everything was written in the stars. It was all written. It was perfect, perfect weather. Won the last game of the season. Didn't have to win the last game of the season because it was already wrapped up. Perfect as well. As they going to Selhurst Park, perfect. Let it all work out, perfect. Arteta's got over the line, perfect. Josh Kroenke, perfect. Stanley, perfect. Arteta doing the speech at the dinner thing saying we're going to win the champion. That next week we'll be Champions League winners. Like, do you know what I mean? It was just all perfect. Scoring a goal, Kai Havertz. Like Arsenal fans swore by Arteta and Killer Kai said to me, he scores goals in Champions League finals. Lo and behold, he done it again. And when he did it 1-0, I said, oh my God. At the 50th minute, I was just calm. I was watching it with my brethren. He's like, why are you so calm? I just said to him, we've done it. I think we've done it, bro. I said to him that we're going Emirates after this. We're going Emirates. And I said to my partner, I'm coming home Monday. You'll see me Monday. And she was like, no, you're not. I said, no, I am. I am. I've arranged a place for me to stay in Finsbury Park. And that's what I'm going to do. I was at the 50th minute, 55th minute, I was getting gassed. I just thought, even if they score, we've won it. Like, we're going to do something. And we're just going to win it. And even the penalty shootout, I thought, we're going to do it. And I was just thinking, I'll just prepare myself mentally for the night ahead and the morning the next day, because I was going to listen. If we won the Champions League, that night, Saturday night, would have been ridiculous. They was already sorting it out, getting police down there just in case, because we would have been on a riot team. It would have been an absolute riot. I don't know. I'm talking like it's so deep and all that. Obviously, it means nothing. As my daughter says, why do you care so much about football? It means nothing. And I said to her, yeah, you're right. It means nothing, but it means everything. And I don't know. It just would have been a next level feeling. You know what it is? Like, life's about moments, creating moments. And if it has meaning to you and credence to you, then that's it, innit? That's all that matters. Whether it means more to the greater good or to Earth itself. You know what I mean? I'm here for me and us. But you know what I mean? I'm getting all philosophical again. I'm going on a tangent. If we won a Champions League, I'd be there from. Trust me, bro. The night before, that's what I was gonna do. The night before, who am I talking to? Mo. Yeah, the night before, bro. I would have, I would have gone there. I would have gone down to Finsbury Park. My godbrother lives around there. I'm gonna bucked up. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna walk together. Done a couple of, you know what I mean? Yeah, a couple of cans, and I met another brethren here. It should have been a madness, man. And we'd celebrate till 5 in the morning and then go again. Then go again. Unbelievable. To wait 22 years, like, I don't know. Maybe that's why also it was extra special. But I do believe, I will tell you this now, if we win the Champions League and the league next season, what you saw this season is minor. Because we're going to have new fans. That's what happens when you win, when you start winning trophies and you're the talk of the town. You get new fans in, from casuals to newborn babies to babies just getting their conscious minds and all that. Kids just discovering they love soccer, them kind of things. So we're gonna get an abundance of new fans. It would be unbelievable if we do that. And I thought we was going to do, like, if we do a madness next season, which I think we're going to do, especially if we keep the players we're going to keep and refresh with the players. If we get a Hella Scalavias, listen, if we got Hella Scalavias, Krupi, Alvarez, I mean, that alone is that gives me nightmares, bro. When we get Tonali, Jesus Christ, why can't we go and win 3 trophies next season? Like, Arsenal go and win 3 trophies. It's a madness. Records are there to be broken. And in this day and age, the way football is, we are in prime position to break these records. And it seems unbelievable as an Arsenal fan and for rival fans to hear Arsenal fans talk like this. But football has changed. It's changed. It goes in cycles, and this is a new cycle. This is the cycle of Mikel Arteta and maybe um, Areola and Alonso, if given time and patience. The Red Man will be those three challenging, I believe, and United if they can hold their nerve. And what I mean by that is Carrick might not be the answer, but he might be the one to steady the ship, get you in the top four for a few years, and then maybe make the change for the right man. But I can't see United doing that either. If I'm honest, I can see them cracking per usual. Arsenal won't. Arsenal want Rodgers. United want Tonali. Yeah, Arsenal want Tonali as well, Nate. Um, Arsenal will get and listen, between me and you. Well, no, between me and you, bruv. Who are you picking? Do you know what I'm saying? Did you go parade? It was a madness that it could happen. Yeah, I went parade, but I was there for a couple of hours. We get Rodgers. We get Rodgers. Groupie, Hennis Scalavias, anywhere, man. Alvarez, Tonali, then we're cooking. With Zubi, Skelly, Rice, Nodegaard, backup. Hey, we're cooking, bruv. That's real sorcery. That's some real sorcery, and I hope it happens. I hope we do wonders in the summer. I love Rogers, by the way. I think he's an absolute unit. The brother's a beast, man. He reminds me of Steven Gerrard. I don't know about the defensive part of it, but the going forward, the way he moves, the way he runs, the way he strikes the ball, it reminds me of Steven Gerrard all day. I would love a Rogers. It would be sensational. Anyway, madam, I just wanted to come and give you a quick update on in the stew. I'll be back tomorrow. I've got the new lappy coming, as I said. So we'll have this back streaming back on the bigger thing with a bit more quality, and I can actually see your comments. Because right now it's tough to scroll through them comments and everything there. Then obviously next step is to get the lights in and the webcam and the mic and the soundboard. I've got a few things. Got to get my soundboard game going. Oh, that's all you're gonna hear. Oh. Anyway, man, them Arsenal up the arse. Arsenal is champions. I would love to get tonight. Love. Anyway, man, them over and out, and let's have a cracking week. Let's go, baby.